All right, well, let's try this again. Okay. Well, take two, they say, right? The entire house just lost power. Yeah. Not one person is here. Let's see what happens. Block apparently be an issue. Yeah. Well, as per usual, let me know if you guys can hear me. I'm not quite sure why it seems to be freezing up now on the stream. The our entire block lost power. I don't know. I think there's only like a handful of you guys here. Let's see here. Try it again, yeah. Nuka, what's up? You have a question? What's going on? Get this thing rolling. Who came up with get the lead out? Who came up with it? As far as I know, the Pauls. Yeah, Sinclair and Hammond. I mean, the band's been around for way longer than I've been involved, so I'm not a history buff on the inner workings of. I just play guitar. Steven, thanks, man. You see and hear me. Excellent. Yeah, I'm still getting. It still looks like this thing. The stream is like getting a little. It freezes up every now and then. I'm not quite sure I understand what's going on, but like I said earlier, I'm not very tech savvy, and we're gonna try this again. So whatever. All right, moving forward. Kinda gonna restart this over. So I had another light on. There we go. Hello. Yeah, that looks much better. Now I'm not in the dark. This is what I wanted to do, though. This is troubleshooting. So thank you guys very much. Thanks for the pick, Steven. You got it, man. You got it. I love the show at Greensburg, Pennsylvania. You guys did great. Thanks, Nuka. That was a good time. I love that place. I think we do Greensburg. Don't we do the Palace twice in January and then once during the summer? So we should be back when it's nice and cold outside. Any plans for your month off? Month off? I don't have a month off. No way. But I'll be playing music, that's for sure. So yeah, all right. So let me get back. I got a list of things I kind of wanted to talk about here today. I wanted to talk about the tour. We're getting ready to head out. We head out to Denver on. Well, we're at Red Rocks on the 19th. So definitely looking forward to getting out there a day or so or beforehand to kind of acclimate to the altitude and get going. I'm super pumped. It's one of the most incredible outdoor venues I've ever been to. And last year I know I did a whole video on it. If you haven't seen it already, it's somewhere on my channel if you want. I don't know if I can go back and edit things and post things, but if so, I'll put a link to it right here. But yeah, I did a whole video on Red Rocks, and it was great. Some of you guys were there. Some of you guys were. We had a wonderful gathering the night before, 2 nights before, at a restaurant. You guys are very kind. Thank you so much for all that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to going back out there again. I mean, any opportunity to go hang out in the mountains for a few days is. I'll always take advantage of it. As well as go play a rock and roll show at Red Rocks. I mean, why not? Then we're gonna head out to Durango after that and make our way through Arizona out to California for quite some time and make our way back out through Utah and I think we end in Detroit. You would think I know my schedule better than I do. I'm aware of the fact that I'll be working and I'll be gone from my house, but exactly what dates and where I'm going to be, yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just kind of the way it is. It's all I've ever done. You just kind of get used to it after a while, I suppose. All right, so I wanted to troubleshoot some gear and whatnot. Play a little guitar. All right, so this is all part of the live stream process here. Want to make sure you guys can hear this all right. I'm going to have to put these on. Definitely going to get a little bit of a slap back if I don't. So, let me know if you can hear that all right. Yeah? Gotta get rid of that delay. But you can hear everything. Excellent. I see you. All right, so a lot of you guys have asked me questions before about how I actually get some of the sounds here at the studio and what I use to record with, and I kind of wanted to make sure all of this is working, and then I'm going to go over that, and then maybe one week I'll dedicate a whole thing as to like how I'm actually using all of this stuff. But I want to give you a quick rundown for those of you that are curious. In the screen right here, it's in the bottom, is this piece of equipment. It's called an aux box from a company called Universal Audio. They're really great. I mean, the company makes killer stuff. And basically, what it is, it's a load box attenuator that also does speaker emulation cabinet. You can put microphones on it. You can put room mics into it. You can damper the room. You can do all kinds of stuff. And if this app opens up, I'll show you how you can control all of it right here. And basically, what I'm doing is, I'll show you here because I don't have it set up to stream. But I've got it on a 212 cabinet with a microphone, and these are some of my EQ settings. So if I wanted to get rid of that delay, there, now it's gone. I just click this little button on the side. It's on, right? Now it's gone. So it's very, very user-friendly, especially for an idiot like myself. If I can figure out how to get this stuff to work, this shouldn't be very difficult at all for anybody. This is my custom shop SG. I've talked about this before, but these P90s are just jangly and beautiful, and I love them. So one of the things I wanted to do as well is show you a new little piece of gear that I got, which I'm going to be discussing in a little while, in the next few weeks. So I bought something. I can't tell you who I bought it from just yet because that's going to be unveiled in the video. But I'm going to show you what I'm actually playing through, the amplifier that I'm playing through. It's this thing right here. You see that? It's called a Bad Cat. Bad Cat Cub 440R. This thing is monstrous. Weighs about 5,000 pounds too, apparently. Jeez Louise. Alright. So anyway, yeah, really cool story with that. I shot a whole video on it. I'm getting some of the some audio stuff together for it. I'm recording some different guitar parts and stuff, and I've got a few things coming up that that I want to play through it. But my guitars, like I said, are at work, so I'm gonna be doing some stuff over the next couple weeks before we go out on tour. I'm gonna bring a few guitars home, shoot the rest of that video, and then I'll put it out there. But yeah. Such a great sounding rig, and I mean that's literally it. There's no pedals or anything. It's a guitar cable straight into the front of the amp, and it sounds sick. knows what that is? Drop Dead Legs. Little Van Halen in the house. Let's go to the comments section here. What do we got? SG sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you so much. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I love this thing. Do I recommend an SG for a first-time electric? Charles, I don't know, man. Like, I've always been a kind of like a Les Paul guy, but I'm not going to say I don't love all of my guitars, but I think the Les Paul it's heavy. So like if I'm going to go pros and cons, like it is a little heavier, but there's just something that just feels right about a Les Paul for me. The SG is definitely lighter, and I think it really depends on what look you're going to go for, man. Do you want a Les Paul? Do you want a Tele? Do you want an SG? Because there's so many pros and cons for each one, you know. I think Telecasters are a little more versatile than any of the other guitars. That's my own personal opinion. But you know, if you want a P90 sound, get a guitar with P90s in it, and by that I mean these are the pickups of the P90s. Like the other 61 SG that they have out now, they have them in different colors. It's like the TV yellow one is pretty cool. I am partial to TV yellow. I just think everyone has a cherry, so I would like something different. But they have that silver mist as well as some midnight blue burst or something like that. Anyway, there's some pretty cool custom colors that they just came out with the new Gibson SG61. And they have they're called like the 60s burst buckers now. And before, I think they were called, they're the same ones as that they were using before. I think they just changed the name. Don't quote me on that. You know, someone's going to crucify me for giving out false information. But I'm pretty sure they just changed the name from, I think, like 63 burst buckers to the 60s burst buckers. I think they're the same pickups, and they sound really good. Both of them sound really good. Even if they aren't the same, they both sound really good. But yeah, first electric guitar. I mean, my first electric was an Epiphone Les Paul. I still have it, obviously. I'm like a pack rat. I don't get rid of anything. And the one time I did, I felt so bad for so long that I finally found it again, and it came home, and it's not going anywhere. But the first guitar I ever got was it was an Epiphone Les Paul, Cherry Sunburst, and man, I learned everything, anything and everything I possibly could. And then I got I think after that was the Fat Strat Deluxe. I bought at the Sam Ash. I didn't buy it. It was a gift. I was a kid. I was like 11. My mom, my stepfather got it for me. I was like, I was 11. From the Sam Ash, rest in peace, Sam Ash, in Forest Hills, Queens, right there on Queens Boulevard or Woodhaven Boulevard. I can't remember, but it was somewhere over there. And it was also the first time I played a Paul Reed Smith. Not a big fan, just saying. I played a bunch of them. They're cool, but they're just not for me. But yeah, I got the Strat, which is sitting right there in the old boat. But yeah, your first electric should be something that inspires you to play, whether that's a Tele or a Les Paul or a Yamaha. You know, who cares what the name brand is, man? You look at it, you like it, it makes you want to pick it up and play it. That's all that matters. Something that moves you. Music is supposed to move you, you know? Let's see, Jiggy Fly, yo, what up, man? I haven't seen you in forever, man. Hope all is well. Would Paul consider playing something off Now and Zen? Well, if you see him, you could ask him. But I don't think so. It's pretty much we just do, we work on the full album material. Remember when I stayed at your apartment in Queens for a night? I do. Moose is, no man, Moose is not. He passed away a few years ago. Yep. We had a chocolate lab, Moose Bear. my dude. Let's see. Saw you at the Cape Melody tent. You were amazing. Oh, Sean, thanks so much, man. Hey, dude, that's great. Killer. Brian, I want a Les Paul Special in TV Yellow. Hey, man, their original series that they put out, you don't need to drop like $10,000 to $15,000 anymore to get yourself a killer guitar. I got the 2019, the year the originals came out, the one I used with Get the Let Out. It's a 2019 Les Paul Special. I went over a bunch of my guitars in my my rig rundown video too, so feel free to go check that out. But again, it has P90s, and so the thing with P90s though that you should know is they're noisy, right? And you get a lot of that 60 cycle hum, and a way that you can get rid of that. My buddy Greg Platzer and Paul Hammond from Get the Let Out helped me with this. What you do is you take the pickups out and then you flip the magnets so they're facing each other, right? And that way, when you're in the middle position, right here, when your guitar is in the middle position, not right there, and the volumes are at the same level, whether they're both at 8, they're both at 10, or whatever, they cancel themselves out. The noise cancels itself out. It's a cool little trick. And it works out really well for when I was using this guitar for like You Shook Me, and you know, let me see if I can get a little bit of extra crunch out of this thing. All right, yeah. So there's a little. You know, right now it would be noisy and buzzy, and you know, you hear a little bit of that. Now it's gone. So that's what it is. But when you're on a stage and there's you know, 100-watt amplifiers sitting right behind you, gets pretty loud pretty quick. You know what I'm saying? Big Log are in the mood. Yeah. I don't know, man. Hey, Michael, feel free. You know, you can talk to him, ask him, put in your request. I don't know if it's gonna go anywhere, but like I said, I just play guitar. How about my first student guitar? So let's see what else here. So the weekly streams I'm thinking about doing. I'm gonna put this thing away. The weekly streams on tour, right? So let me know what day works best for everybody, because I'm thinking it's probably going to be a Monday night or a Wednesday night. And I thought it would be cool to do some live streams from the road. Maybe you'll be in a hotel room. Maybe I can get one of the guys to sit in with me. We can talk about some stuff. Just kind of like have some fun with this. Play some guitars, play some licks, show you how we play some of the tunes. But if that's something that you guys think that you would be into, let me know, and I'll definitely, because I think I'm going to bring all this stuff out and put it on the bus, make sure it's out there, so when I fly out, it's like less crap that I got to bring with me. But I think it would be fun, you know? I think it'll be a good time. And I also wanted to put together like a pedal board for the live streams, and I have some stuff over here. I guess I can kind of show you it. I was gonna like, oh, here's this pedal board I was going to I put together, but I guess I could do it now. Let's see, why not, right? Let me just make sure this thing is still cranking away here. Let's see. Yeah, everything looks good. Hopefully we don't lose power again, because that would suck. But so I'm a big proponent of looper pedals, okay? And I think a looper pedal makes a great player even better, because you got to work, you know, your internal metronome. You have to constantly be like on point. And if your meter's off and you're playing and you click it on and you click it back and you're out of time, there's no hiding it. It's gonna be off. So the one that I have on here now, it's a little bulky, but so it takes up a little extra room. But it's the Boss the RC10R. I don't know if you ever seen one of these things before. But it's just it's a looper pedal. It's got a drum machine built into it. It's kind of cool, but it's also it takes up a lot of real estate on a tiny board. You know what I mean? And that's why, you know, for all intents and purposes, like a little ditto looper like this is something that I would recommend, especially for like if you haven't worked with a looper before, getting on and off at the right time. You know, you don't need extra knobs and buttons and all that kind of stuff to kind of distract you from what you're trying to do. I think it would be best to start small and then to get going. Like, and the TC Electronics, they make great stuff. I've actually got the 4X, and it's got you know, 2 individual loop chains with some special effects and then a kill switch on it too. So there's a lot going on, but I mean, I've used that thing for, you know, 10 years now. So and you know, if you get into it, you jump into it, it's not as intimidating as it sounds. But the point was to make a pedal board. So let's see what we can do here. So you got to have a tuner, right? So we'll start with a tuner. I'm gonna leave that there for now. Who knows? And the other thing is, if I'm going to be doing the live streams, I was thinking about getting a different interface here that I could bring with me. It's smaller, more compact, which means I would be able to use like one of the, like the Lion 68, which is the Universal Audio's Marshall 68 Plexi in a box, or their Ruby 63, which is a Vox AC30 and a box, these things right here. And I swear I should do a video just on these individual pedals. You know, I know a million people have done it already, but hey, doesn't mean I can't do it, right? But this is the Ruby 63. It's based off of a Vox AC30, a 63 AC30, and these sound killer. I did a little sound sample when I got this one of Heartbreaker, I think it was. And I was, within 5 minutes, I was able to dial in the same sound, not same, but very, very close to what Page used on Zep 2. So that was pretty rad. But if I get that volt, then I'll be able to use these. Otherwise, I'm not going to have anything to actually plug this into other than a little amp, my little Black Star amp, which would be loud enough. It would be very similar to the live stream that I did in St. Louis. So this is where I'm at. Like, you know, I have a hard time making decisions. I wish people would just tell me what to do, and then I would do it. Wouldn't that make life so much easier? But anyway, so if I'm not gonna get that, let's just act like that's not happening yet. What I like to do is have a little extra tone options. So if I'm gonna go with the little Black Star Fly 3 or whatever, the mini Fly, it has a gain, so I can get some crunch. But if I wanted something like a fuzz, I would just go cheap and easy, the JHS fuzz. I think this was $100 when I bought it. Thing sounds pretty sick. Once I put all this together, I'll play some tones to it and see what happens. But yeah, I would have that. I think I would also bring this to an octave in case I wanted to get the loop. I could drop the octave down and play like a bass line over it. So all that, I think that would work, except for maybe having a little delay. So the MXR carbon copy, if you guys are looking for like delay pedals and stuff like that, I mean, I don't know if that's what you guys would be interested in, but that's definitely, this thing's killer. I even had the mini one, and by that I mean it was the same size as this, but same thing. And I had it for a long time, and then it just died on me. I don't know what happened, but I mean, I had it for like 3 years or so, and I went to go click on it, nothing happened. But I think that would be a fun board, and everything does fit. Let's see, I need 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll I'll tighten this up and make it look proper soon enough. But let's throw some cables in it, put some power to it, and see what happens. See what it sounds like. I'll just go direct into the amp and then send it that way. See what happens. That's the other thing, man. I've built boards. I mean, I must have built hundreds of these things. Because you get bored playing the same stuff all the time. I think that's why guys always tend to like get different gear so frequently, because you know, I love this delay, but there's other delays out there, like the Ibanez, what's the name of it? It's the pink box. I can't remember the name of it. It's a killer delay. Analog all day long. All right. So, what do we got? Power. See how easy this is too? Putting a board together takes no time. Just get the pedals, slam them together, see what it sounds like, and have fun. That's what it's about. Have some fun, man. Alright, so this might just be the board that I take with me. That's how easy this stuff is to set up. And that's gonna go straight to the amp. I need a cord. That's the other thing. Wouldn't kill me to tidy this place up a little bit, you know? Okay. Troubleshooting some sounds. Let's see what we got here. Well, it works. I hear it. You hear that? Yeah, it would be great to have Eddie on this. So having a board like this, so this one is the JHS fuzz, right? I mean, that's pretty cool. If I wanted to have something to play along with, you know, and you add an octave to the fuzz, you can really get some cool stuff. There it is without it. Direct level. So you can really play along with this kind of stuff and just get some serious gnarly stuff. If you wanted the, that's the octave below. If you wanted the octave up, and without the fuzz, you know, play along. I mean, that's the thing. Play around with this kind of stuff. I actually really like. That sounds a lot like, there's this band out of Australia called The Living End. something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, you should check them out, The Living End. They're great. And then moving on, so we got a little extra delay here. That's not bad. And let's see, I want to turn the drums on this thing down. I'm going to move this to my feet so I can actually like use it. But you'll hear what I'm talking about when it comes to the looper. All right. Make sure your timing's right, and you'll hear it. There it is. So then you take off the octave, you got a little bass line going on. Let's turn that up a little bit. Now that delay's too much, you know? Little man eater, if you haven't figured it out. And then double click and you turn that thing off. So, I mean, that's like a quick run through. But I think I could come up with some cool stuff and we could have a good time. Wednesday nights on tour, Tuesday nights on tour, whatever it is. I think we have shows on Tuesdays. I think our days off are going to be Mondays and Wednesdays, which is great. I don't like multiple days off on tour because as much fun as that does sound, you know, I like playing gigs. I like working. So hanging out, twiddling my thumbs. It's good to take a day off, but then I like to get back to work. What else did I want to talk about here? Oh yeah. Okay, so one of the other things I wanted to do is I know I told you about the Luna here, the aux box. But I wanted to make sure that when I do this move, you guys can see my screen. So I want to have this thing kind of pulled up for you. And let me know. Give John the setup instructions. You know, it's funny. He told me, he was like, I can't believe I started doing the, you know, say hi, John. Hi, John. He loves it. He definitely loves it. You should continue to say that when you see him. It's driving him nuts, and I think it's great. But let's see here. Yeah, I can load this up. You heard that right? You should have. All right. And let's try this, the old screen display. Okay, so I was working on a cover of, working out some stuff. on Luna. So you know the song Badfinger? No matter what you are, all that stuff, right? You know. So I was like, oh, I was trying to get some tones and working out some stuff. So I was like, oh, let me just I'll try and cue that up and see what happens. But if I share my screen like I am, you can see this is Luna, which is like the recording. Not bad, right? So one of the other things that I'm trying to do now is to just make sure that worked and you guys could hear that. So go ahead and give me like a thumbs up that you heard that whole thing play through. Otherwise, I don't know. I mean, I can watch this at the end when I'm done too. But loops do rock, man. I mean, I'll tell you, the looper pedals, I know it just says, Ben just said loops rock, and they do. And listen, they're a great practice tool. Like I said, man, you start doing... And if you do it, it sounds like this. Now watch. Then you know you messed it up. The worst part is when you have like a long, like I used to do a cover of what is it, Billy Joe song? Moving Out. Right? Anyway, I would do the whole rhythm section. Oh, I'm out of tune. And then I would go back, and then once the loop was done, like this part, I just mess it up. But yeah, you get that going, and then you do the double click, and you come in, and you get it all, you don't line it up right. It's really a pain in the ass because it's like a good 35-40 seconds of you just strumming a guitar to get this one piece in, and if you turn that click off at the wrong time, then you gotta mute it and start all over, but you're still playing live, so you just got to keep playing that part. At that point, I just give up and I just sing it and I let the looper, you know, I give it a shot another time. But it's a great tune, man. Saw Billy Joel a couple times at MSG. Puts on a hell of a show, I'll tell you that. And I think Chalfin, our front of house, he knows one of the cats in his band. Yeah, whatever. Billy Joel. Talk about some bass lines in that thing, though, man. Like this, that's just cool. Yeah. But that is that. I think that is the pedal board I'm going to bring with me. I think all of this seems to be working out very well. I'm very excited that even though the power went out and I lost 37 people, that 22 of you guys came back and hung out. Thank you so much. It's really been a lot of fun. I do have a bunch of some Zeppelin tutorials coming back. Nathan asked about how I play the solo in All My Love, and I will make an actual video on that, but for this is. But I'll go into the whole thing once I have an acoustic guitar. But yeah, some more Zeppelin tutorials are going to be coming out. I've got some more gear reviews. Like I said, this Bad Cat amp, it's incredible. I love it. I love it. And the story behind it is really cool. At least I think it is. Hopefully you guys dig it as well. But I think that's going to be it, man. Wednesday night. Job well done, guys. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. It's been great. I hope to see you all on the tour. FYI, just a little get the let out plug here. I did just see a tour shirt, and I think it's pretty sick. So if you're coming out to any of the shows on the tour, make sure, I know that it's like a limited run, so make sure you get your hands on one before they're gone. And yeah. Anyway, that's all, folks. Hope everyone else is having a good night. Bob, you got it, man. Hey, and listen, dude. I hope that helped. The difference in the neck profiles. Marguerite, I don't know if Bob told you, but yeah. So Bob came back and I gave him a couple of my guitars to hang on to for a second. He was like, because he asked about the difference in the profiles of the necks, right? Which is like that. Some of them, they're all very different, and some fit some people's hands better than others. You know, some of the late 50s kind of feel like Louisville Slugger bats to me, and I prefer like the 60s and the slim tapered, and you know, it just my Tele Ultra, the purple Tele I have, has a like what they call a modern D neck, and it's really one of the most comfortable necks I've ever played on Telecaster. It's ridiculous. But anyway, I feel like I'm just gonna start rambling on again. Nobody wants to listen to me talk that much. You guys are nice, but I know you don't want to listen to me talk that much either. But yeah, hey guys, thanks so much. Kevin, I see you in there. Yeah, I'm gonna do some more of these. Hang in there. Be well to each other. If you're coming out this weekend to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and Quakertown, I will see you there. And other than that, I think that's it. All right. As always, guys, continue to be awesome to each other. Be kind. And I will see you in... Oh, my God, the whole thing. See, this is... Someone should have told me, hey, dope, your live screen was on the wrong thing. Anyway, well, hope all is well, guys. And, yeah, I'll get better at this. I promise. Until then, be well. See ya.